Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about nucleic acids of the paper 5, that is Cell Biology and Biotechnology for third year students. So in this nucleic acids, in the part 1 that we have already studied about Watson and Crick model and chemistry of nucleic acids. So in this session, we will be discussing about the experiments which proved that DNA is a genetic material. So the first, that is how they came to know that, how they identified the DNA is a genetic material. So we all know that most of the organisms are formed from single zygote, which means it is formed by the fusion of male and female gametes. So due to that, what happens, the male and female gametes, they carry and transmit hereditary characters from parents to offsprings. The chromosome, it is a common component in both gametes. So that is believed that chromosomes, they carry and transmit hereditary characters. And these chromosomes itself, they are having two different types of chemical substances, that is nucleic acids and protein. So already we have studied the central dogma of molecular biology, how DNA is changed to RNA and RNA is changed to amino acids. So this is the evidence they are giving about the DNA as the genetic material. But there are some few experiments which specifically tells you or proves that DNA is the genetic material. So the following experiments are amount of DNA, stability, mutation, composition, transformation, bacteriophage infection, bacterial conjugation and transduction. So first we'll see about the amount of DNA. So we all organisms are made up of minute and structural unit, that is cells. So inside our cells we are having the DNA, that is the same, it will be in diploid form, 2n cells. And later this DNA in the zygote, which in the found in both somatic as well as gametic, but it is maximum found in the somatic cells in our parents. So those somatic cells, it gives the conclusion that DNA is present inside the cell, and it is one of the indirect evidence to prove that DNA is genetic material. Second, stability. So genes are known for the stability. So if the genes has to be stable, then DNA has to be more stable. So that is why the stability is given by the DNA. Third one is the mutation. So we all know that the mutation is nothing but the change or deletion or addition that may takes place inside the gene. So that may be brought down by the physical or chemical reagents or the agents. So due to that, what happens, they bring about the gene mutation. That may be in the form of addition or deletion or alteration takes place. Fourth one is about the composition. Composition of DNA is similar in organisms of same species, but it differs from the organism of the different species. So DNA is having the capability of self-duplication, that is replication, and essential of preservation and transmission of hereditary characters. So this is how the composition of DNA is brought by. Fifth one is transformation. Very important for your examination point of view, which can be asked for 5 or 7 marks. So in this experiment, Griffith, he directly gives evidence that the DNA is the genetic material which comes from the investigation of a bacteria, that is Diplococcus pneumoniae bacteria, which causes pneumonia. So this experiment was carried down by the Griffith in the year 1928, and he used a bacteria called as Pneumococcus pneumoniae or Diplococcus pneumoniae. So in this we are having two different types of strains. One is virulent strain and one more is the avirulent strain. So virulent strain, they are smoothly capsulated by the carbohydrate and gives smooth colonies. But whereas a virulent strain, they are having no capsule and gives rough stains. So these two strains, they also differ from antigenic property and virulence. So this virulence is determined by the genetic factor. So now, when virulent strains are injected into the mice, what happens? The mice will be killed due to the pneumonia fever. In the second condition, when mice are inoculated with the avirulent, means avirulent strains if you are injecting, then what happens? There will be no ill effect or the mice will not die. Coming to the third point, that is when mice are injected with virulent bacteria after killing with heat. So that time what happens? The mice will survive because after giving the heat, the virulent content inside the bacteria will be dead and the mice will be surviving. But in fourth condition, when mice are injected with mixture of avirulent and heat killed virulent bacteria, then what happens? The heat killed will transfer to virulent when they are coming with the contact with the avirulent. So that time pneumonia infection takes place. So this diagram explains how pneumonial strains are entering into the mice and why the mouse will die. So due to that analysis, the dead mice shows it contain virulent bacteria. So due to that, the heat killed virulent bacteria are responsible for transformation of avirulent bacteria into virulent smooth bacteria. So this gives a result of the bacteria which are transformed into virulent bacteria. This phenomenon is known as Griffith effect or bacterial transformation. Next, that experiment was again controlled or put forward by Avery, MacLeod and McCarty in the year 1944. So they said that this transformation of avirulent into virulent is due to transmission of the chemical substances. So those chemical substances may be DNase, proteinase. So that time what happens? When the extract is treated with the DNase, the enzyme destroys the DNA transformation property. But when the extract is treated with the protease, the transformation ability retains, that is, the DNA transmission of the genetic material from one cell to another cell by adding DNA. So this type of culture is called as transformation. So remember, proteinase or protease and DNase, they play a very important role for this experiment, that is extension of the transformation experiment given by Griffith and which was done by Avery, MacLeod and McCarty. So these are the three people who are standing with the Griffith in the right side. So Avery, MacLeod and McCarty discussing their section related to the in science forum. So next we are having bacteriophage infection. So this infection is brought down by the T2 phage of, that is, Escherichia coli, E. coli bacteria. So this experiment was carried down by Hershey and Chase in the year 1952, and this experiment of these microbes, they directly evade that DNA is the genetic material. And these experiments consist of labeling of groups of T2 phages. So that time what happens? Radioactive sulfur, that is S32, sulfur is a component of a protein but not a DNA. But when you compare with the phosphorus, that phosphorus component is of DNA but not the protein. So when these two phages are incorporated, that time the multiplication of bacteria takes place and they are released as the daughter phages in about 20 minutes. So the P32 transmits their radioactivity to their daughter phages, but the phages containing S32, that is sulfur, will not be transmitted. So due to that, we can tell the DNA is the genetic material. So this is the diagram you need to study for your examination and draw for the explanation. So even this question can be asked for 5 or 7 marks. So this picture explains in detail. Next, coming to conjugation. So conjugation is nothing but it is a type of reproduction mode in the bacteria. So that time what happens? The genetic material conjugation is a temporary union of two bacteria. So that time transfer of genetic material takes place. Usually in bacteria we are having two types of cells. One is F positive cells which represents male, F negative cells which represents female. So these F positive cells are double-stranded circular DNA. They are also called as F plasmids. So it will be absent in the F negative cells, that is F plasmid will be absent. But when the F positive cells and F negative cells join together and conjugation tube will be formed. And due to that, the negative cells which will be transformed into positive cells, that is how the male cells will be transformed into, the female cells will be transformed into male cells. So this is how the conjugation takes place in bacteria. As you can see in the first picture, how conjugation tube is formed and conjugation pull takes place, and F plasmid will be transmitted from male cells to the female cell, that is F positive cell to F negative cells. So you need to study this diagram for explanation. Coming to the last one, that is transduction. So transduction is nothing but the transfer of genetic material from one bacterium cell to another bacteria. So here the bacteria cells are resistant to streptomycin, and this streptomycin, what happens? Once they are resistant in the chromosomal DNA, they are sensitive cells and they do not carry the dominant genes. When the lysogenic phages they grow, they are resistant to the bacteria, and viral DNA they get fragmented, and bacteria chromosomal DNA containing streptomycin they will be resistant. So now when these phages they are added to sensitive bacteria culture, they receive the chromosomal DNA, and transmission of the resistance from one bacterium to another bacteria when they are correlated to the transfer of chromosomal DNA. So due to that, DNA is considered as genetic material. So this is the diagram for the transduction, how bacteriophages are incorporating into the bacteria cells and they are transmitting into the virulent phages, and later the recipient cells they undergo recombination and transduction takes place in bacteria. So these are the experiments which proves that DNA is the genetic material. So all the experiments under the proving DNA is the genetic material, coming to first, that is Griffith experiment, and controlled or put forward by Avery, McLeod and McCarty. Along with that, transduction and transformation and conjugation. So these are the important concepts which are covered in this session. So in the next session, we will be continuing with the same subunit about the nucleic acids of the RNA. So that's all about this session. Thank you.